Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome back for another From the Collection Fridays, a series where I take things from my collection and show it to you, my viewers. And this week it is my Energon Scorponok. Now, I got this way back when Energon first aired, so I have a feeling that might have been like early 2000s, something like that. And it was something my mum brought back from Australia for me during her one and only international trip. Now I haven't really fiddled around with this guy much in all the years that I owned him. Basically, I think he went on display for a while and then he ended up back in his box when we lost the house in the quake. The box and everything ended up at my brother's place, which then flooded, and when it flooded the box got wet and manky over the years, so eventually he ended up being loosed and I just sort of put him away in a crate, and that's pretty much where he has sat for like a decade. It's very sort of, I wouldn't say he's large, but he's like large sort of compared to other Energon figures and stuff. Articulation wise he's probably not too fantastic, and because I don't have the instructions and everything I can't really transform him into like the 3 modes that he has, so I put him into the robot mode for this. Not entirely sure that the tail thing is meant to get, I have this feeling like the tail should have rotated, but maybe I'm wrong about that. Anyway, the tail has, the gimmick thing, zoom back out, where basically I think you'd have a Minicon, but I think this was post Minicon thing, so you sort of slide that thing and the guns come out, clear plastic guns, slide back in. There is a hook here, sort of thing. There was sounds, so you can see here that there was a sound box, but I don't have it set up to make the sounds. His head has a little visor thing, so you can put the visor down, put the visor up. There is rotation for exorcist mode, but that's pretty much it. There's no up or down. There is a fairly nice face there though. The arms have this sort of, because he's so bulky, this is kind of difficult. If I put it up a bit more like that, he does have rotation there, but these joints are super tight, and then a ratchet, plus a bit of an elbow. The hands sort of click together like that, but then they can be opened out, and then there's a missile launcher there. I do have the missiles somewhere, but I don't really know where the somewhere is, and both hands do that. He's got a little claw thing that can be moved on the side of the thing. Rotation there, plus at the hip. There's no out splaying sort of thing, they just rotate there, and then you've got that bit and sort of a very tight joint at the knee. Funnily enough, does actually have sort of ankle tilt, that sort of thing. You might, if you find a copy, you might need to get something to help get these spurs out the back, and you do need them out the back, otherwise he can't really stand. And then he's got I don't know, thumb articulation there, I think. It's a very cool looking figure, and the transformation sort of thing that I had for it was pretty much just, you sort of put his head in there, that goes to there, the bit here meets in the middle, you rotate his hands down, you put these spur things back here, feet, I think, go down, and then I did have this before, so I think it goes there, and then the tail will slide up into that bit, and then you use this. Geez, I really can't. Oh, yeah, no, I don't think that's right. You put the legs forward. That's right, there. Like I said, these are very, very tight. Do I have it up? Oh, that's the other way around. It's just that way, I think. And then it's sort of like that. You get the sort of scorpion look. And then I know there was like a third mode sort of thing where I think these collapsed in or something. I can't really remember how this goes, but it was, you know, not entirely like that. And then this bit, you know, became like a shuttle thing. I think it's like that. And then the legs do something, I can't remember it. Legs do something, and yeah, he becomes like a space shuttle or something. Generally I just had it in the sort of scorpion mode, so, which was basically like that kind of thing. You know, you got that little Energon stuff, and then he had like rotating turret things on the hips. So yeah, I mean, he's a very old figure now, and I think like his scorpion fangs here do move up and down, and that independently. But like I said, I don't really remember a lot about the figure. You know, I don't know where the instructions ended up. I didn't watch instructions before doing this. I just sort of pieced it together. Yeah. So this is the first episode that's been done from the new house. I don't know what the lighting and stuff is like for this, or the sound. So this is all a learning thing for me. Yeah. As long-time viewers would know, this isn't like a review thing. This is just a thing where I show off my stuff. And, you know, we're very much keeping with that. This is very much just we're showing off our stuff. And that, so you can have the guns out if you want. But yeah, he had like 3 modes. The scorpion mode thing, his robot mode, and then there was like a weird sort of spaceship mode. But I can't really remember how the hell the spaceship mode sort of went. But yeah. For such an old toy, I think he's kind of cool. I know that some people did like a sort of a fan base mode, so that he was a bit more like, you know, the original Scorponok. And I believe a version of this was created that was a headmaster, but I think it was like a convention exclusive. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.